In the world of high-speed photography, there is a legendary name that has always stood for the perfection of the professional tool, the EOS R3. When Canon brought that name back in 2021 with the Mirrorless R3, they were very careful. They told us it wasn't the flagship. They told us it was a new category. But as we stand here in 2026, the game has fundamentally changed. The Sony A9 III introduced the world to the global shutter, and the Nikon Z9 proved that you don't even need a mechanical shutter to dominate the NFL sidelines. Canon has been watching. They've been waiting. And now, the silence is breaking. Welcome to my channel Tech Launch. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the new tech updates. If you are a professional sports shooter, a wildlife enthusiast, or a photojournalist whose career depends on catching the 1 millisecond window that defines history, you need to listen very closely. The R3 Mark II isn't just a minor iteration. It is Canon's response to the global shutter revolution. It is the camera that's being field tested right now, in secret, ahead of the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan. We are talking about a device that could effectively end the rolling shutter era for Canon users forever. Today, we are going deep. We are talking about the rumored 30-megapixel global shutter sensor, the introduction of Eye-Control AF 2.0, and the new Digic X Mark II processor that's designed to handle data speeds we've never seen in a gripped body. Stick around, because we're going to explain why this $6,500 beast might actually be a better buy than the flagship R1. To understand the R3 Mark II, we have to talk about the speed gap. For the last few years, Canon shooters have had a choice. Go for the 45-megapixel resolution of the R5 series or the 24-megapixel speed of the R3. But in 2026, 24 megapixels is starting to feel small for agency work that requires heavy cropping. The biggest rumor surrounding the R3 Mark II is a jump to a 30.2 megapixel sensor. But it's not just any sensor. The industry is split on whether Canon will stick with a hyper-fast stacked sensor or pull the trigger on a full global shutter CMOS. If Canon goes global shutter, it changes everything. Imagine a flash sync speed of 1/80th, 0.000th of a second. Imagine shooting under flickering LED stadium lights with absolutely zero banding. No more silent shutter, warping on a golf swing or a tennis racket. The R3 Mark II would become the ultimate surgical tool for sports. But there's a trade-off. Global shutters traditionally struggle with dynamic range and bass ISO noise. Canon has reportedly spent the last 2 years perfecting a hybrid readout architecture that aims to give us the benefits of a global shutter without the image quality penalty. If they pull this off, the R3 Mark II won't just be a camera, it will be a milestone in digital imaging history. Let's talk about the eye of the storm, Eye-Control AF 2.0. When the original R3 launched, Eye-Control was the magic feature. You looked at a subject, and the camera locked on. But let's be honest, it wasn't perfect. If you wore glasses, or if the light was too bright, it could get twitchy. For the Mark II, Canon is rumored to be using a dual infrared sensor array inside the viewfinder. This version 2.0 is supposedly 40% more accurate and, for the first time, calibrated for a wider range of human eye shapes and contact lenses. It's no longer a gimmick. It's a workflow.